Italy, a land of timeless history, is often called the cradle of Western civilization. Long before the rise of modern nations, the Italian peninsula was home to a mosaic of cultures, tribes, and city-states. Among these, the most influential was Rome, a small settlement that grew to dominate the known world. Origins of the Roman civilization. Rome's story begins around the 8th century BCE, along the banks of the Tiber River. According to legend, the city was founded by Romulus and Remus, twin brothers raised by a she-wolf. Though myth and history intertwine, archaeological evidence confirms early settlements in the region, gradually evolving into a monarchy and, later, a republic. The Roman Republic, established in 509 BCE, introduced innovative political institutions. Citizens could vote for representatives, and laws were codified in the 12 tables. Rome's social structure was complex, with patricians, plebeians, and slaves, all contributing to the society's development. Expansion of the Roman Empire. Rome's strength lay in its military discipline and strategic diplomacy. From the Italian peninsula, Rome expanded across the Mediterranean. By the 1st century BCE, it had conquered vast territories, including Greece, Egypt, and much of Western Europe. The Roman legions were unparalleled. Each soldier was trained rigorously, equipped efficiently, and motivated by loyalty to Rome. Roads and aqueducts connected distant provinces, enabling trade, communication, and control. Cities were established across conquered lands, spreading Roman culture and law. Roman architecture, law, and society. Roman achievements in architecture remain unmatched. The Colosseum, an amphitheater of grandeur, could hold over 50,000 spectators. Aqueducts, such as the Pont du Gard, exemplify engineering mastery, transporting water across vast distances. Temples, forums, and baths shaped urban life, blending functionality with aesthetic beauty. Roman law also laid the foundation for modern legal systems. Principles of justice, property rights, and citizenship influenced Europe for centuries. Roman society valued family, civic duty, and education, fostering a culture that encouraged both discipline and creativity. Legacy of Rome in modern Europe. The fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE did not erase Rome's impact. Latin, the language of Rome, evolved into Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Roman architectural principles continue to inspire modern buildings worldwide. Concepts of governance, law, and military strategy trace back to Rome's innovations. Even today, walking through the streets of Rome, one can feel the echo of history. Ruins stand beside modern structures, a reminder of a civilization that shaped the world. The story of Rome is a testament to human ambition, resilience, and the enduring power of culture. The Renaissance stands as one of the most transformative periods in human history, and its heart was Italy. Between the 14th and 17th centuries, the Italian peninsula became the center of an intellectual, artistic, and scientific awakening that reshaped Europe and, ultimately, the world. The Renaissance was not merely a revival of classical knowledge, it was a profound redefinition of how humanity understood art, science, nature, and the human self. The meaning and origins of the Renaissance. The word Renaissance comes from the French term meaning rebirth. It refers to the renewed interest in the art, literature, and philosophy of ancient Greece and Rome. Italy was uniquely positioned for this revival. Roman ruins, classical manuscripts, and ancient sculptures were part of everyday life, serving as constant reminders of a glorious past. Several factors contributed to the rise of the Renaissance in Italy. The growth of wealthy city-states such as Florence, Venice, and Milan created an environment where art and learning could flourish. Trade routes connected Italy to the Islamic world and Asia, bringing not only goods but also ideas and knowledge. Powerful families, most notably the Medici of Florence, became patrons of artists, scientists, and thinkers, funding their work and encouraging innovation. Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance. Florence is widely regarded as the birthplace of the Renaissance. During the 15th century, it was a thriving center of banking, commerce, and craftsmanship. Wealth generated through trade allowed citizens to invest in public buildings, art, and education. Florence fostered a new intellectual movement known as humanism. Humanists believed in the study of classical texts to understand human nature, ethics, and society. They emphasized the potential of human achievement, creativity, and reason. This philosophy marked a shift away from the medieval focus on purely religious themes toward a more balanced view of humanity and the natural world. Leonardo da Vinci, the universal genius. Leonardo da Vinci represents the ideal Renaissance man. Born in 1452, he was a painter, sculptor, engineer, scientist, and inventor. His curiosity knew no limits. Leonardo studied anatomy by dissecting human bodies, sketched flying machines centuries ahead of their time, and explored optics, geology, and mechanics. His paintings, including The Last Supper and Mona Lisa, are celebrated for their realism, emotional depth, and technical mastery. Leonardo's use of light, shadow, and perspective revolutionized painting and set new artistic standards that endure to this day. Michelangelo and the power of human form. Michelangelo Buonarroti was another towering figure of the Renaissance. A master sculptor, painter, and architect, Michelangelo believed that the human body was the greatest expression of divine beauty. His sculpture David symbolizes strength, courage, and human perfection. Michelangelo's work on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican stands as one of the greatest artistic achievements in history. Through dramatic figures and complex compositions, he portrayed biblical stories with unprecedented emotional intensity and physical realism. Raphael and the harmony of art. Raphael was renowned for his ability to blend beauty, balance, and harmony. His fresco The School of Athens brings together ancient philosophers in a grand architectural setting, symbolizing the union of classical wisdom and Renaissance thought. Raphael's work exemplifies clarity, proportion, and grace, reflecting the humanist ideals of the era. Scientific and intellectual advances. The Renaissance was not limited to art. Italian thinkers made significant advances in science, medicine, and engineering. Figures such as Galileo Galilei challenged traditional views of the universe, advocating observation and experimentation over blind acceptance of authority. This scientific approach laid the foundation for modern science. Printing technology further accelerated the spread of knowledge. Books became more accessible, literacy increased, and ideas traveled across Europe faster than ever before. The Renaissance legacy. By the late 16th century, Renaissance ideas had spread beyond Italy, influencing France, England, Germany, and Spain. Yet Italy's role as the origin of this movement remains unmatched. The Renaissance redefined education, inspired artistic excellence, and reshaped humanity's understanding of itself. Italy's Renaissance legacy continues to shape modern culture. Museums, universities, and artistic traditions around the world owe their foundations to this extraordinary period. The Renaissance was not just a chapter in Italian history, it was a turning point in the story of human civilization. Italy is often described as an open-air museum, a nation where history, art, and daily life coexist seamlessly. Its cities are not merely centers of population, they are living records of civilization, each shaped by centuries of political power, cultural evolution, and architectural innovation. From the grandeur of Rome to the elegance of Venice, Italian cities reflect the story of humanity itself. Rome, the Eternal City. Rome, known as the Eternal City, stands as a monument to continuity and endurance. Founded over 2,000 years ago, Rome has been the capital of an empire, the heart of Christianity, and a modern European city. Its architecture reflects every major era of Western history. The Colosseum remains one of the most iconic structures ever built. Constructed in the 1st century CE, it hosted gladiatorial contests and public spectacles. Nearby, the Roman Forum once served as the political, economic, and religious center of ancient Rome. Temples, basilicas, and triumphal arches stand as reminders of Rome's imperial power. The Vatican City, an independent state within Rome, houses St. Peter's Basilica, one of the largest and most significant churches in the world. Designed by masters such as Michelangelo and Bernini, the basilica represents the height of Renaissance and Baroque architecture. Florence, art, innovation, and urban harmony. Florence embodies the spirit of the Renaissance. Its skyline is dominated by the Florence Cathedral, known as the Duomo, with its massive dome engineered by Filippo Brunelleschi. This architectural achievement was revolutionary, demonstrating the application of mathematical principles and creative engineering. Florence's palaces, bridges, and squares were designed to reflect balance and proportion. The Uffizi Gallery and Palazzo Vecchio symbolize the close relationship between art and governance. Florence shows how architecture can express civic pride and intellectual ambition. Venice, the city of water. Venice is unlike any other city in the world. Built on a network of islands and a lagoon, it relies on canals instead of roads. Gondolas and boats glide through waterways, creating a unique urban environment shaped by water and light. Venetian architecture blends Byzantine, Gothic, and Renaissance influences. St. Mark's Basilica, with its domes and mosaics, reflects Venice's historic ties to the Eastern Mediterranean. The Doge's palace represents political power expressed through elegance rather than force. Milan, power, fashion, and modernity. Milan has long been a center of economic and political influence. Its architecture reflects both medieval strength and modern sophistication. Milan Cathedral, one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in the world, is adorned with countless spires and statues, symbolizing faith and ambition. In modern times, Milan has become a hub of fashion, finance, and design. Contemporary architecture blends seamlessly with historic structures, demonstrating Italy's ability to evolve while preserving its heritage. Naples and southern Italy. Naples offers a different perspective on Italian urban life. Situated near Mount Vesuvius, the city combines natural beauty with historical complexity. Ancient ruins, Baroque churches, and vibrant street life define Naples' character. Nearby, the preserved cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum provide unparalleled insight into daily life in ancient Rome. Frozen in time by volcanic eruption, these sites reveal homes, streets, and artwork with remarkable clarity. Architecture as cultural expression. Italian architecture is more than stone and marble, it is a reflection of social values, technological progress, and artistic vision. From ancient aqueducts to modern skyscrapers, Italy's built environment tells a continuous story of human creativity. Each city contributes a unique chapter to this narrative. Together, they form a collective identity that has influenced architecture worldwide. Italy's cities stand not only as destinations but as lessons in how culture, history, and innovation can coexist across centuries. Italian cuisine is far more than a collection of recipes. It is a reflection of history, geography, family traditions, and regional identity. Food in Italy is deeply connected to daily life, social relationships, and cultural heritage. Each meal tells a story shaped by centuries of agricultural practices, trade, and local customs. The philosophy of Italian cooking. At the heart of Italian cuisine lies simplicity. Traditional Italian dishes rely on a small number of high-quality ingredients rather than complex techniques. Olive oil, wheat, tomatoes, herbs, and fresh vegetables form the foundation of countless recipes. This emphasis on freshness and seasonality reflects Italy's close relationship with the land. Cooking in Italy is often a communal activity. Meals are shared experiences that bring families and communities together. Lunches and dinners are not rushed, they are moments of connection, conversation, and tradition. Regional diversity in Italian food. Italy's geography has shaped its cuisine in profound ways. The country is divided into distinct regions, each with its own culinary identity. In northern Italy, dishes often feature butter, rice, and cream. Risotto and polenta are common staples. Central Italy is known for its balanced flavors, with an emphasis on olive oil, legumes, and meats. Tuscany, in particular, values rustic simplicity and bold ingredients. Southern Italy offers vibrant, Mediterranean flavors. Tomatoes, eggplant, citrus fruits, and seafood dominate the cuisine. Sicily reflects centuries of cultural influence from Arab, Greek, and Spanish civilizations, resulting in a rich and diverse culinary tradition. Pasta, a symbol of Italian identity. Pasta is perhaps the most recognized symbol of Italian cuisine. Contrary to popular belief, there is no single Italian pasta. Instead, hundreds of shapes and styles exist, each designed to complement specific sauces. From spaghetti and penne to ravioli and lasagna, pasta varies by region and tradition. Sauces are carefully matched to shapes, creating harmony between texture and flavor. Pasta represents creativity, regional pride, and culinary craftsmanship. Pizza, from Naples to the world. Pizza originated in Naples as a humble dish for the working class. Made with simple ingredients such as dough, tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil, Neapolitan pizza reflects the colors of the Italian flag. Over time, pizza spread beyond Italy and became a global phenomenon. Despite its international popularity, traditional Italian pizza remains deeply rooted in local culture. Its preparation is governed by strict standards that preserve authenticity and quality. Desserts, coffee, and daily rituals. Italian desserts, such as gelato, tiramisu, and cannoli, highlight craftsmanship and balance. Gelato, in particular, is celebrated for its smooth texture and natural flavors. Coffee plays a central role in Italian daily life. Espresso is not just a drink, it is a ritual. Italians often enjoy coffee standing at a bar, sharing brief social moments throughout the day. Cuisine as cultural heritage. In Italy, recipes are often passed down through generations. Food preserves memory and identity, connecting the present to the past. Italian cuisine has influenced global cooking while remaining deeply rooted in tradition. This balance between innovation and preservation defines Italy's culinary legacy. Through food, Italy communicates its values, history, and sense of community to the world. Language and literature have played a central role in shaping Italy's cultural identity. Through words, Italy preserved its history, expressed its philosophy, and communicated its artistic vision to the world. The evolution of the Italian language reflects the country's complex past, while its literature stands among the most influential in global history. The origins of the Italian language. The Italian language developed from Latin, the language of the Roman Empire. After the fall of Rome, Latin gradually evolved into regional dialects spoken across the Italian peninsula. For centuries, Italy did not have a single unified language, instead, each region developed its own linguistic traditions. It was the Tuscan dialect, particularly that of Florence, that eventually became the foundation of modern Italian. This transformation was largely due to the influence of literary figures whose works achieved widespread recognition. Dante Alighieri and the birth of literary Italian. Dante Alighieri is often regarded as the father of the Italian language. His masterpiece, The Divine Comedy, written in the early 14th century, was composed in the Tuscan dialect rather than Latin. This choice made the work accessible to a wider audience and elevated the vernacular to a literary language. The Divine Comedy is both a spiritual journey and a reflection of medieval thought, exploring themes of morality, justice, and redemption. Dante's influence extended far beyond literature, shaping Italian language, philosophy, and national identity. Petrarch and Boccaccio, expanding literary horizons. Following Dante, writers such as Petrarch and Giovanni Boccaccio further enriched Italian literature. Petrarch's poetry focused on human emotion, introspection, and classical ideals, contributing to the development of Renaissance humanism. Boccaccio's Decameron offered vivid portrayals of everyday life, blending humor, realism, and social commentary. Language and literature have played a central role in shaping Italy's cultural identity. Through words, Italy preserved its history, expressed its philosophy, and communicated its artistic vision to the world. The evolution of the Italian language reflects the country's complex past, while its literature stands among the most influential in global history. The origins of the Italian language. The Italian language developed from Latin, the language of the Roman Empire. After the fall of Rome, Latin gradually evolved into regional dialects spoken across the Italian peninsula. For centuries, Italy did not have a single unified language. Instead, each region developed its own linguistic traditions. It was the Tuscan dialect, particularly that of Florence, that eventually became the foundation of modern Italian. This transformation was largely due to the influence of literary figures whose works achieved widespread recognition. Dante Alighieri and the birth of literary Italian. Dante Alighieri is often regarded as the father of the Italian language. His masterpiece, The Divine Comedy, written in the early 14th century, was composed in the Tuscan dialect rather than Latin. This choice made the work accessible to a wider audience and elevated the vernacular to a literary language. The Divine Comedy is both a spiritual journey and a reflection of medieval thought, exploring themes of morality, justice, and redemption. Dante's influence extended far beyond literature, shaping Italian language, philosophy, and national identity. Petrarch and Boccaccio, expanding literary horizons. Following Dante, writers such as Petrarch and Giovanni Boccaccio further enriched Italian literature. Petrarch's poetry focused on human emotion, introspection, and classical ideals, contributing to the development of Renaissance humanism. Boccaccio's Decameron offered vivid portrayals of everyday life, blending humor, realism, and social commentary. Together, these authors established a literary tradition that emphasized human experience and creativity. Renaissance and early modern literature. During the Renaissance, literature flourished alongside art and science. Writers explored new forms and themes, drawing inspiration from classical texts while addressing contemporary issues. Literature became a means of intellectual exchange, shaping political thought and cultural values. In later centuries, Italian literature continued to evolve, reflecting social change, national unification, and modern challenges. Authors used language as a tool to explore identity, morality, and the human condition. Italian literature in the modern era. Modern Italian literature encompasses a wide range of voices and perspectives. Writers such as Luigi Pirandello examined the complexity of identity and reality, while others explored social justice, war, and personal freedom. Italian cinema, closely linked to literature, also gained international recognition. Storytelling through film became another way Italy communicated its cultural narratives to the world. Language as a living tradition. Today, Italian remains a living, evolving language. While regional dialects continue to thrive, Standard Italian serves as a unifying force. The language carries centuries of artistic and intellectual heritage, connecting modern Italy to its past. Through literature and language, Italy has given the world timeless stories and enduring ideas. These voices continue to resonate, reminding humanity of the power of words to shape culture and history. Italy has long been synonymous with elegance, craftsmanship, and refined design. Italian fashion and design are not simply industries, they are cultural expressions rooted in tradition, artistry, and innovation. Milan stands at the center of this global influence. As one of the world's fashion capitals, Milan hosts prestigious fashion weeks that shape international trends. Italian designers are renowned for their attention to detail, quality materials, and timeless aesthetics. Brands such as Armani, Versace, Prada, and Dolce & Gabbana represent not only luxury but also a philosophy of balance between tradition and modernity. Italian design extends beyond clothing. Furniture, automobiles, architecture, and industrial design reflect the same values of precision and beauty. Italian products emphasize form and function, demonstrating that practicality and elegance can coexist. Craftsmanship lies at the heart of Italian design culture. Skills are often passed down through generations, preserving techniques while adapting to contemporary demands. This dedication to quality has earned Italy a lasting reputation for excellence across the world. Italy's natural landscapes are as diverse as its cultural heritage. From towering mountains to sunlit coastlines, the country offers an extraordinary range of environments within a relatively small territory. The Alps and the Dolomites dominate northern Italy, providing dramatic scenery and serving as natural borders. These regions are known for alpine traditions, winter sports, and preserved ecosystems. Central Italy is defined by rolling hills, vineyards, and historic countryside. Tuscany, in particular, represents harmony between human settlement and nature, where agriculture and landscape have shaped cultural identity. Southern Italy and the islands present a Mediterranean character. The Amalfi Coast, Sicily, and Sardinia feature volcanic landscapes, crystal-clear waters, and ancient geological formations. Mount Etna and Mount Vesuvius stand as reminders of nature's power and influence on human history. Italy's natural beauty has inspired artists, poets, and travelers for centuries. The landscape is not separate from culture, it is deeply woven into Italy's way of life. Modern Italy is a nation shaped by its past yet actively engaged with the present. As a founding member of the European Union, Italy plays a significant role in European politics, culture, and economics. Italy's economy is diverse, combining traditional industries with modern innovation. Manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, and design remain central pillars. Small and medium-sized enterprises form the backbone of the economy, reflecting a strong tradition of family-owned businesses. Italian society values community, heritage, and social connection. While modernization has brought challenges, Italy continues to balance progress with preservation. Historic centers are protected, traditions are celebrated, and cultural identity remains strong. Tourism plays a crucial role in Italy's global presence. Millions visit each year to experience its history, art, cuisine, and landscapes. Italy's ability to share its heritage with the world reinforces its enduring influence. Italy is more than a country, it is a living narrative of human civilization. From the Roman Empire to the Renaissance, from art and architecture to language and cuisine, Italy has shaped how the world understands beauty, knowledge, and culture. Its cities preserve memory, its landscapes inspire reflection, and its traditions connect generations. Italy teaches that progress does not require forgetting the past, but rather understanding and honoring it. As the modern world continues to evolve, Italy remains a bridge between history and the future. Its legacy endures not only in monuments and museums but in ideas, values, and creativity shared across the globe. Thank you for taking the time to watch this documentary. We sincerely appreciate your interest in learning about Italy, its history, culture, and enduring legacy. If you found this documentary informative and valuable, please consider liking the video. Your support helps this content reach a wider audience. To stay connected with future documentaries and in-depth educational content, we invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Your engagement and support are greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.